Hello, am I audible?
Following the sad departure of one of our members, long part of TFO, here we begin again with zeal, zest, energy as life must go on. A gentle good evening to everyone present with us today. Talking Films Online welcomes you with zeal. Before we head on, let me, Ananya, your anchor of the evening, introduce our platform. Talking Films Online is an online platform inaugurated and run by two female professors, namely Dr. Nicola and Dr. Geeta Viswanath. What started off on a desire to continue the thread of human communication and touch with people amidst the pandemic through films online. Talking Films Online began just as their brainchild 5 years ago. The platform has been supported by the volunteers who are in internships with us and the many directors and scholars who join us. We consider the discussion on a single movie for Saturdays every week. The members of the team and the audience watch the movie as per the respective conveniences. We draw our analysis of the movie throughout the week until the following Saturday, when we meet at 9 sharp as per the Indian Standard Time, as we are doing today. Today, we have had the pleasure of the companies of eminent directors, editors, filmmakers, cinematographers as Aparna Sen, Amol Palekar, Girish Kasaravalli, and Adul Gopalakrishnan. However, there is more to us. Talking Films Online has invited criticism on cinema across genres. We have celebrated East European, South Asian, Iranian, and women's cinema. The platform conducts a short filmmaking competition every June. TFO has organized a series of lectures throughout departments of various faculties at different universities. We successfully conducted our first online international seminar on Indian cinema in the digital era in collaboration with FCT Baroda. Tonight, we are joined by Dr. Sandip Gawai for the discussion of the movie, namely Zelya, directed by Krishna Kamble. Dr. Sandip holds a PhD in translation studies from AFLU, Hyderabad. The area of his research focuses on colonial translations, print culture, and the Marathi public sphere. He is actively engaged in theater and film media. The stage is entirely yours, sir.
Sandeep, you can take over.
Yeah, thank you, Ananya, for introducing me. Uh, Actually, should I start my video or no need? Without video also I can go.
You can start your video if you're comfortable.
Okay, but the voice will be breaking here because highway is near to me.
Okay. In
Okay.
in which case you don't have to turn on your video, Sandeep. That's fine.
Yeah. Uh, so we lost our one of the members, so it's really a bad thing because very sad thing actually. So the thing is that we have very less members in our group, and when we lost, so I'm also feeling really uh, uh, sad about this thing after hearing this news. So I wish him like I will like tribute to him, and I'll say that okay, he may rest in peace. So I'll start my presentation. No, am I audible to all?
Yeah, maybe a little louder, Sandeep. Little.
Okay,
Yeah, we are losing your voice a little in between.
okay, ma'am. Okay. Now is it okay?
Yes, yes.
Ah, so let's start our presentation now. So the first thing we should I will talk about the title itself, the movie Zelya. So we start with the title. Its title is very like such, it's very preferred to the film itself. Although it is name of the character, but the title Zelya, it has the meaning to the uh, story also. Zelya, it means that in Marathi language, who is a sufferer. So most of you, I expecting that most of you have watched the film, and the title suitable because sufferer. So he is a sufferer and tolerance of the all the sorrows and miseries about himself and or society has been imposed on him. So there are several things. It's first question is that so we should raise the question first that the categories. So there are three. There are certain categories or certain genres of the film. Like for example, we have drama or like social drama or something. But apart from that, Black Cinder has given certain genres to the film, like Monastery in the House. 10 genres he has introduced in his book named as entitled as uh, Save the Cat. So here this movie actually goes for the fourth one, genre that is dude with a problem. So he talks about the dude with a problem in this, and also the other genre. So its overlap is a third genre like rites of passage, and second is institutionalization. So these three genres this film uh, shares actually. So we'll focus the first thing first come. Okay, so let us raise the question that whether the poverty is because of brings the ignorance or ignorance is because of poverty. That question is really important to you know important to impose on the society. Through this film, the director has raised this question. So because most of the time the scenes are there in film, it is the Jhelya, he can afford the education, but the poverty brings him back. He cannot go to school due to the poverty. But again, there is again a question. Although his father is ignorant person, but still he is facing such a problem, poverty. Due to that poverty, he is bringing him back to the home to support his family to ameliorate the condition, economical or financial condition. So these are the very important is resolved question in all total. Then the father, the self-respect, the other things which we can find in the film, the self-respect. Because self-respect, uh, one of the scene there is a person who is offering tea uh, to his father. He's saying that okay, you should we will offer you tea. Actually, you should offer the tea because your son has won the match in the school, and this guy, his father, whose name is Shankar, he actually and he owned the the other guy says that he won the match because my son has given shoes to him. So that condition actually uh, makes one way the Shankar, he becomes a like an arrogant person in that incident, during of that incident. Then again the problem with self-respect also, and like arrogant. And in throughout the movie, this character is an arrogant person, and also, so there is sometimes we can think that okay, because of the arrogance, he failed to understand what is right and what is wrong. Although he's the teacher is willing to help the family or the boy, but still he is the father is denying the entire help, taking help from the teacher. So that is also one of the important point to be dropped from here. So it gets insulted. So that's why he becomes more arrogant, and his character is being arrogant. Also, he is arrogant with his children, but the one way he's also concerned about his children also, because he, it doesn't mean that he didn't get the chappal, okay, so called his slipper or whatever he wanted. So he goes to the market and he bargains actually, but due to money or some the reason, director hasn't given that. But still he could not buy the chappal, and he came empty handed. So the one more thing in the entire cinema actually, in the Marathi cinema, are very crucial point is there always being shown is that the marriage. So daughter marriage is one of the uh, key factor in the Marathi cinema. In fact, all the time whenever there is economical condition, but the parents who always think about the daughter's marriage. So that will be the central theme of all the uh, some of the very uh, popular movies of the Marathi cinema, and that is because of. So this is the same thing has been. Uh, Whether you take the example of Fantasy or other any movies, that the same thing is shown in the society or in cinema. So this is the main problem. So why due with the problem and rights of the passage, this is one of the important question here is that this genre this film carries, because this often this ordinary person often feel the extraordinary, faces the extraordinary problems. That's why it's viewed with the problem which category consisted by this film. This film is really has actually very symbolic film, because there are so many symbols he has director has given. So there are for example, let's say will compare this two film like Fandry, or almost you might have watched this movie, famous movie, that popular movie, Fandry. So if we compare this, so why this deal with the problem is that because in the similarity in these stories are like both helpless kids caught in the forces beyond their control, and also both overlaps with the rights of passage, because innocence destroyed and children forced into harsh reality. So that's why this Fandry and this movie has this similarity. Both end both movies end in the tragedy rather than resolution, because the both movie hasn't given any resolution, isn't it? So this both movie has no resolution, but ended with a tragedy. So there are differences also. This in Zelya you can see the tragedy of the neglect and poverty. Okay, and Fandry tragedy of caste and humiliation. And so there are so these kind of things are there existed in this film. So I was talking about now. I'll come to the symbols. Okay, many of you have, because subtext is more important to understand the film, because in the point of directors or cinematographers, it's very important to understand. So there are several symbols has been used to make this movie important. So the first thing is that a bicycle is shown in the uh, in the camera has shown the bicycle rooming, because when the maternal uncle comes, so that indicates that some something happiness is coming towards the jailer, but it is not for a long period of time, because he has to suffer as he is suffering. Okay, so that circular, the metaphor is used for this, that some sort of we can say some sort of happiness is coming, but it's not permanent. It's a temporary, because some maternal uncle is coming. So that the other thing is very symbolic. The director has used the buffaloes passing from the school, passing from the school. So it is like education versus animal labor. The school represents learning, discipline, structured progress. The buffalo herd rushing back represents instinct, physical labor, rural drudgery. So what is happening here is that, so the like the school where the Zelya stops and dreams, the director has shown that if he doesn't go to school, he has to give the thinking to the audience that, okay, if Jera doesn't go to school, he will have to go this towards the animal, and his life will be like an animal only. Animal in this sense, ignorance will be there. So that he was very, symbolically, the director was showing in that movie. So, and also the cloud running is there in the, the film. The cloud is running, and similarly that transaction, his mother is also sweeping some dust on his father, that to indicate that the poverty, you know the poverty, burden of poverty, the father is facing. So that one he director has, you know wanted to what you can say, like wanted to focus on. And also his mother is like a silent resisting that. Okay, although she wanted to resist, but she was resisting silently. The other one thing is that, if you remember the end of the movie, so they have kept the slipper on one slipper on the threshold. So in that threshold, that ending, which you will find in the in Fandry also. So he throws the stone at the camera. So that because he becomes a rebellion. Here it is the opposite. The Zelya doesn't become a rebellion. He become only uh, struggler. He can't, you know, uh, he can't uh, get, he silently struggle actually. So that uh, unspoken, you can say it is his unspoken scream. So the focus of the camera is on the chappal that when he left at the end. So these are the point actually, and also there are the things which are really when the door comes with a doctor, and you one thing you might have observed that in this film is all the time they have uh, shown the rising sun each scene by scene. But when there is a superstitious thing, they have shown the sun set actually. There was no sunrise in that scene. They have shot because more struggle is coming to the jailer's life. That indicates that. So such a movies are uh, actually the audience of this such movies, because these movies does not get well received in theaters and all this because of availability, because we are fascinated to the struggle of the who is struggling with the a rich society's problem. Those movies are getting much more uh, uh, in discussion. Even Fandry also, uh, after Sairat, once Sairat got the popularity, then this film, Fandry film has came into the discussion. Whereas such films are rarely coming into the discussion. So these are the things I would like to mention here. So these are my observation from this film. Okay, yeah, these are the actually my observation from this film. Thank you.
Ananya, Ananya, you can take over. Ananya, you can take over.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Thank you so much, Dr. Sandip Gawai, for your valuable insight, for your productive discussion with all of us. And following this, as follows the routine and the schedule as well of all of our weekly discussions, I'll invite the panel of audience, anyone who has any question regarding the movie of the week, please go on.
Yeah. If
Can
I can
I
come
come in,
in. Oh,
Ananya?
sure. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, Geeta ma'am, please.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Sandeep, for your discussion. There were two
Thank you.
things that struck me about the film, and the first was it really had resonances of Iranian cinema. The
Okay.
the sustained focus of the narrative on a child character. That was
Hmm.
one. And also the other thing was uh, the exploitation of the girl, that Zelya's sister, coming
Hmm.
from within the family itself, not external, but within the family. That I thought also was something interesting that the director has, that the narrative builds. So
Hmm.
these are briefly two of the things that struck me.
Okay.
Can I come in, Ananya?
Yes, ma'am, please do.
Yeah. So Sandeep, thanks. This is a film that I hadn't known about. So Fandry, initially I thought we will be discussing Fandry as you had indicated, but I'm glad that we got to watch a different film. I had already seen Fandry, so this is another interesting film that I got to watch. And as you said, such films may not have come into discussion in the Marathi popular domain.
Yes.
One of the things I thought, about this film is also in some ways, and this has again become very rare in films in recent times. This kind of embrace of modernity as
Hmm.
symbolized by the figures of suggested by the figure of the doctor, the that is the doctor at the hospital, and a very strong and trenchant critique of what can be called as superstition or tradition in the form of superstition. I mean, in these days, we don't get such films with such a clear cut vision and differentiation, and making out such a strong case for modernity and for condemning the beliefs of Zelya's family as
Hmm.
harmful. I mean, people are somewhat, I mean, films are somewhat, either you can call it more nuanced, or they seem to have a somewhat more, in some ways, even problematic view about a tradition and traditional practices. So, in that sense, this film was quite different, completely, pitching for modernity, pitching for moving away from what the film sees as harmful, superstitious practices, ignorance, and so on. So thanks, Sandeep, for drawing our attention to this film.
So,
The child
thank you.
actor is remarkable in the film. And yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Geeta ma'am and Nicola ma'am. I will now invite the rest of the audience, Dr. Dilip Khan, Anita, Ajanta, anyone who has anything to say. Sure.
Sorry, can I come in again, Ananya?
Yes, ma'am, please do.
Yeah. Yeah. Just to continue with what Nikhila said, you're right, absolutely, Nikhila, about this very strong pitch for modernity. But somehow that is exactly what I thought was a bit of a problem, because I thought the binary was, too strongly etched. There was tradition on the one hand and modernity on the other hand. And these two categories I thought were not, sufficiently problematized in the film.
Sandeep, you can mute yourself. If you want to speak, you can unmute. There is a lot of background noise coming from,
Yeah.
your
Okay, ma'am. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll do it.
yeah, yeah. Ananya, maybe you can invite the others.
Yes, ma'am. So I would like to hand over the mic to whoever wants to speak. Sanjay Kumar, Muskan, Sumitra Roy, Shridhar, Tarakeshwar, anyone who might have who has anything to share or talk about the movie in general.
Yeah, may I come in?
Yes, please do, sir.
Yeah. So, well, I was thinking about this point of rationalism, to what extent it is pushed in the film, and presenting a critique of superstition. In fact, I find that there is a kind of uh, God. God is still there. That village God is uh, is simply replaced by another God. If you remember the one of the last dialogues, in fact, when this person, Zelya's father, he's talking to the school teacher, he says that you are God. So it's like God is not completely removed from the scene. Uh, Another God has taken his place. And even the school teacher is also talking in terms of maybe just to convince Zelia's father. He's also using the religious language. He says that God wants a sacrifice, the sacrifice of your son's leg, and probably he wants to speak in this language so that his father would understand that. So that was about the so-called rationalism in this film. And sister's character, initially it seems there is so much of focus because they are trying to arrange Jelia's sister's marriage, and then she is sent to this relative, to her maternal uncle. But after that, this issue of marriage is pushed to the back burner. So in a way, because they have to bring the hero of the film, who is the child Zelya, to the forefront. So that sister's marriage is not discussed later in the film. And of course, as Gita was saying, that the child character, and then also uh, this film about the footwear. I think it was by Abbas Kiarostami, probably, or Majid Majidi. That's the two children, Bacha Hai Asman, something like that, where it's about footwear. So I also was thinking about that film, and that irony that this person, Zelya, cannot have both the leg and the shoe. So there is one film of Raj Kapoor where he says that, you should be happy even if you don't have shoe, because look at someone who doesn't have leg. And in this film, what happens that when he has leg, he doesn't have shoe or footwear, and when he gets the footwear, he doesn't have leg. So he can have either the leg or the foot, not both at the same time. So that was a bit interesting. Yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Sanjay,
Mr.
sir.
Anand.
Yes, Sandeep,
Just,
Dr. Sandip Gawai, sir, can you do you have anything to say to that? Anything to respond
yeah,
to
yeah,
that?
yeah. Thank you, sir. It was a really good observation. Actually, sir, the teacher asked about the third leg, right? So the thing is that he asked it because you people are worshipping the, stones god or goddess, village goddess, and you can't, offer even, 50 rupees slipper to your children, but you are offering 1,000 rupees god to goat to the god to sacrifice. Okay, So the problem is there. The other thing is that he said the God wanted your son's, uh, uh, leg. So the problem is that he says it in a aggressively, in the angry way. He doesn't say that so you probably the expressions you will see he was saying it sarcastically. The teacher was saying to his parents, and also he says that you buy the chappal from the market, and hit to your face because you committed a sin and you didn't understand the you now you are saying sorry to me. But the thing is that you could have approached me, I would have given money or treatment to your child, but you refusing to take that. So at first I was raising the problem, the self-respect. So because due to the self-respect, this gentleman was refusing getting help from the teacher, and this teacher was always trying to help him because these two people, they were the they were degrading actually Zelya's father. So he became such a arrogant, and he whenever he wanted to discuss with a teacher wanted to discuss with Zelya's father, he always used to deny that, and he was saying that okay, I am able to take care of my children. You nothing has to do that. You should not be concerned with that. I'm good, and he also focuses that the doctors are also even not beyond the god. They are also human beings. So that ignorance plus self-respect, this combination, due to that combination, the Chela suffers the these things actually, lose his leg. So that is there, sir, Sanjay sir.
Thank you, Dr. Sandip again. Is there anyone else who wants to come in or who wants to add to any of the previous notices, mentions? I can see members of the audience, Rasha, Joma, Samitra Roy, Tarakeshwar, Sridhar, whoever hasn't spoken, anything that anyone wants to go ahead with?
If nobody else is there, let me come in.
Yes,
I think
please
the
go on.
film was engaging, but sometimes it felt melodramatic. But the dialogues were very powerful. Maybe because of the dialogues were very powerful, uh, the visualization of the script uh, was trying to be faithful to the words rather than to the visual grammar. That's what I felt. But apart from that, uh, it was a well-made film uh, because it had a strong motif which runs through the uh, entire film. Uh, as everyone has identified, uh, trying to get the shoe but losing the leg before he gets the slipper. So in that sense, it was very good. But the discussion about modernity and rationalism is quite interesting. Uh, Nicola said it is unapologetically modernist, and then Gita said that is the problem. It should have been slightly apologetic about it. And then Sanjay brought into the discussion about though it is pro modernity, but the pro modernity stance is enclosed in religious language. Uh, that was quite interesting. The debate about what you think as modernity and tradition uh, always gets played out in the context of medicine versus religion, where religion becomes a kind of signifier for the tradition, and then medicine becomes a kind of modern medicine, English medicine becomes a kind of signifier for modernity. But if you look at our films, not only in these films, even in other films, always the language of the one is used to explain the importance of the other. There are attempts to define religion in terms of making it compatible to modernity, and then the modern knowledge, what you call as quote unquote scientific knowledge, is always tries to peddle itself through not being in opposition to religion. In that sense, this alliance between tradition and modernity, or if you want to call it as religion and then modern medicine, seems to be being played out uh, in this context too. I thought that is quite interesting. Thank you, Sandeep, for the suggestion of this film and the discussion.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Do we have anyone next? Anyone who wants to go next with any of their mentions, anything they might have noticed? If not, then I would like to introduce my question to you, if that's okay, Dr. Sandip, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, the movie is really something that I hadn't watched before. I had really not watched before. This was my first time watching a Marathi movie in Marathi, which was really difficult for me to understand, and somehow I had to do without subtitles. So the meaning was just completely provided onus of the picture. I completely had to rely on whatever I was able to watch the entirety of the sequence of the moments. So the movie, I did enjoy the movie, and from what I could figure out without subtitles and trying to understand just as a spectator, I found out that the movie was delivering the message, an essential message of having to cater to the present needs at the present time, not to delay that, not to postpone that, much as the father, as I was able to just conjecture, was somehow acting in a miserly manner, not getting the child to simple slippers, which could have prevented the injury that day, which ended up causing such havoc in the young child's life. So that was one message I drew from the movie. Thanks to that, indeed. But my next, some kind of next notice, something that I just liked observing was the sister's role again, as many of us have spoken about that. The sister, for me, I wanted to see more of the sister's side as well, but then for me, that just the movie, it seemed that the sister was prevalent and more present in the first half of the movie, or just in the first minutes of the movie. Following that, the sister completely disappeared for me, and that was only the boy who had to be the face of the film. But then the sister appears again, and that was only the moment when the sister appears again that I realized that the sister was also there. So the delay seemed quite long to me. So the appearance was just an appearance for me. The appearance when the sister comes again, that was a lot less of a reappearance. So that was something that I wanted to just put to question for you if you also felt likewise, or if you have anything to add to that. And yes, indeed, that was the case. And yes, if you have anything to add to the symbol of the slippers, if the slippers are also conveying any meaning, as the name Zelya is, for somebody who carries the weight.
Actually, there are several movies actually on based on this fantasy also. The connection of the sister marriage, or whether she is there or not. That is not yeah, highlighted in this movie. Actually, the sister is caring about. It's like concerning about his brother. She was a really supportive character for the film. The thing is that the the collection of financial collection, or let's say money collection, goes for the her sister or daughter's wedding. The family will collect money for the parents will be collecting money for this daughter's uh, uh, marriage, okay, wedding or marriage, so to expenditure. So they will neglect the other things before which are important or which are not important. They will not give the importance to other things actually. So that time, for example, this supportive character, so they have also concern about. See, Zelia was asking for a chappal, but his father, if you might have observed in the scene, where he brings some makeup, kits for the sister, but not the chappal to Zelia, because it's less important. So you might have watched that when he throws that bag from the market, his father brings. There is a kit for the makeup kit for that simple makeup kit for uh, the girl actually. So they were is like that problems occurring in this foundry also. If you see, the same problem is there. So they wanted to present their daughter in front of who is coming for the see as a bride or bridegroom. So they wanted to make up her and all kind of things, and they have to accumulate some money. So that's why these problems are there. So they have highlighted these things. And one more thing is important, that once Jada brings a medal from the house, no one appreciate about his achievement. But his sister, because since she knows all these things, so she tried to convince her. So forget about our parents; they are angry with you. But the thing is that they don't know about this. But I know. So she praised the Jada, and others they don't, and that's why the brother and sister bond, they have highlighted. It becomes good and lovable. Once the their maternal uncle enters in their house, she takes permission from the jailer itself. She says that if you are not willing to let me to go there, so I will not go. So that's what the indication was there. So am I it's like uh, give answer to your question?
Yes, yes, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable response. I really appreciate that. And with
Yeah.
that, I would like to invite the other members, if there is anyone else left, or if somebody wants to come again, with any new question or anything to add to their observation?
Just to add these things actually, whenever the people, the family, from even today also, this children are the facing the same problem actually. Some people are dealt with certain things. Okay, whether they will be in the play or they will be in the acting skills or other sort of skills apart from study. So their parents will beat them up. Even this, they'll consider these things are very less important. So that's why it's still happening in the villages due to uh, lack of understanding or something. So that problem still there, and the director actually has focused that point also. So he brings that medal with the uh, too much putting effort into that to win that medal. And this people, it's like his parents, they tries to sell it off, whether it is true gold or his father says that whether it is real gold or this bentix or something like that. So we'll check it and we'll sell it. So see here the see, they are not thinking about his hard work or they are not praising, but instead they are concerning about the value, how much value it will come. So and even his mother also says that okay, you father has sent you to study there, okay, but you are playing football, so you are wasting your time or all these things. So you should not go to school. His father said that okay, within one day, why they are not teaching one word? He said that what you learned in school today. So he said that I learned Bhugol. Bhugol means geography. So he said that okay, fine. So only one word you have learnt in the school and you wasted an entire day in the school. So why your teacher doesn't teach you one day? And he say Jela says that he called me again tomorrow also. So that his father says that okay, why he doesn't call at once time and teach all these things what he wanted to teach, but why he is calling all the time. So these are the problem even today in the villagers society. So they this problem has been addressed in this film. So that's why this film makes more compiled with the mm, rural background based. So this fascinate to the audience because of these things. But I don't know why this movie was not screened in the many theaters. So that is actually. So that is the irony of things actually.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Cindy, for appending your valuable insights again. Is there anyone else? Ajanta, Sarkar, Anita, Muskan, Rasha, Joma, anyone who wants to come again?
Yeah, I would like to come again on this trope of sister's marriage or daughter's marriage. So it's a very common trope. Interestingly, across popular cinema as well as what we call as offbeat cinema, uh, one of the portrayal is portrayal of poverty in Indian cinema across offbeat or popular cinema is the showing the burden of marrying the sister or daughter is always on the father and uh, the son. So the weight of it um, comes it. Somehow I think instead of pointing out to the the gendered nature of our structure of our family and the economy of gender within that social unit called family, we tend to say that the poverty is not because of the structural economic inequality in the society. It somehow shifts the blame on the woman uh, within the family. So she is seen as a kind of source of poverty, either within the narrative or by a character within that narrative. So here too, I think uh, instead of portraying it as more structural, uh, gendered structure or economic structures, which is actually gendered, uh, the characters tend to feel that it is because of her marriage. Of course, you can interpret it as a uh, problem of the larger structure, but I think it's a uh, trope that has been perfected in Indian Bollywood to portray poverty. Uh, I think someone can look at it specifically how this trope gets deployed across films, across languages in the Indian context, uh, and see what are the consequences of it within the narrative, and then what it reveals about the gender uh, economy and the structure of our society. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you to both Tharakeshwar sir and also Dr. Sandip Gawai sir. Is there anyone else whom we can take on during this as we approach the closure slowly?
Yeah, you can close the discussion, Ananya, if no one else is ready.
Okay. So here we are at the end of our weekly discussion with TFO for this week. And thank you. This is a big word of thanks to Dr. Sandip Gawai for taking out their precious minutes and sharing them with us alongside their valuable projection on the movie. Thank you so much, sir. Do you have any few words to share with us or anything you may have to say before you leave the meeting?
Sandeep, this is for you if you want to say anything.
Sir, you are on mute. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Done. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much again. And with this, this is a closure for the week. We'll meet all of you the next week, Saturday at 9 again. Thank you so much. IST.